Alright, hello everyone from Yangjiang, South China Sea, this beautiful place. We're sitting here on the beach with the plan to introduce our company, ourselves to you, and for you so you can understand better what we do and how we do our job. So here on my right there's Mr. Abdullah. He is a CEO of our company, and here my name is Alex, and let's talk about us a little bit so you will understand better what we do. Mr. Abdullah.
Alright guys, so here we are at a beautiful place. The environment is kind of like holiday, but we are not in holiday. We are based here. This is right backside of us. You can see the beautiful South China Sea, and this is the one of the largest iron mining spot, you can say, which is why the 95% of the kitchenware are produced around here.
That's right. That's correct. That's why because the iron ore and copper is required to produce stainless steel, and that's why this is the main production of steel and stainless steel in China, right here in this area. And yeah, it looks beautiful. It looks like we're on vacation, but no, we actually live here and we actually work here, and that's the main reason why we do it. So our main area is we are doing mostly kitchenware. And what do we do with those kitchenware? Mr. Abdullah, can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Alright, let's straight get to the point. Today it is our first episode of the purchasing process, how you can place a order in China and finish it safely. I mean, you're not losing your money and you're getting your products 100% what you wanted to. So today we will discuss the step-by-step process, how you can go through.
Exactly. So what is the first step when you want to order a product, usually from China? You're ordering from China, right? So what is the first step you do? You Google where you want to buy your specific product. Don't matter which product it is, you can find it on the internet very easily, even from China. Now why then you must be asking yourselves, why do we need you then if we can just Google it and find the factory manufacturer or trading company in China ourselves? Well, our services, the services that we offer, are not basic services of finding you a supplier. What we do is we are taking care of your order completely. Now, if Mr. Abdullah can explain to you a little bit step by step how do we do that?
Yeah,
how do we
alright.
take care of your order?
Normally you can place an order with any supplier. Probably you already have a supplier if you are already doing business, or if you are thinking to start a business, then you are probably researching on Google and Alibaba that the industry you are interested in. But when you have the supplier, then you can just make them payment TT or anything, any payment terms. You can make them payment, then they will prepare the goods for you. But this is not the done. But because you can be cheated here with the quality, not with the supplier only, because there are so many step-by-step process.
Excuse me, can I just say something about this cheating? Because this cheating word, it sounds really bad, and you will think like, oh, but how can these people cheat you? Actually, they can. They will not. You will not even notice it. But the way they do their business is very difficult to understand. It's very tricky, and they're very cunning in their way of doing business. And from our experience, which is already about 7 years around here, doing business with all kinds of products all over China. Right now we are based here, but we were all around China, and we already established a network of suppliers and suppliers, manufacturers and suppliers of raw materials and everything. Now, what we found out is that if you can specify the materials you like, you want your product to be made of. You can specify
But that is
different
too much
dimensions.
details. If you don't wanna go to too much details, I mean, it's really hard for you to sitting outside China to control that much details, which is why
Exactly.
you will probably have to pay a couple of percentage extra, maybe 5, 7, 10% extra, but that way you're not paying extra, you are getting extra.
That's right. The point is that there's a one tricky thing about ordering from China the product is that you can order a good you need to specify the quality of your order. That's very important. Most people when they order from China they are looking for the cheapest price because they think anyway if whatever I pay I'm gonna get shit, bad quality. So I'm gonna look for the cheapest option and get shit anyway. Even if I pay more, I will get the same
But
shit.
if you go for the cheapest option, I don't think it's a long-term business solution. If you're in the market and people know you, what is the best business deal here? I tell you, to getting recurring revenue in your business. So when you will get recurring revenue, when your customers are keep coming back to you, probably
Yep.
as a business owner, you know that,
Yep.
you know these tactics that okay, if I have Mr. X is coming back every month to buy my products, then that gives me recurring revenue. So how Mr. X will come back if you have good quality and the constant supply of good quality products. But how you can ensure that you're sitting in probably America, Africa, or Australia, but how you can ensure that
You need to make sure that your quality is what you asked for. But the thing is that in China, as most places in the world, you get what you pay for. So if you ask for good quality, the price is gonna be higher, but you will get better quality materials. That's guaranteed. But at the same time, it's not guaranteed if you don't have a third-party guarantee who is gonna control all over all your order. So that's why you will get your high quality materials, but the assembling part, or the factory is doing the assembling part, can be a little bit tricky, and they have a tendency, some of the final manufacturers.
probably you will have I mean any
Yeah.
business people, they will have good relationship with the 5-10 years relationship with the factory or the supplier, but maybe they don't wanna drop the quality intentionally, but it happens. How it happens? Because the raw material supplier is different, the component suppliers are different.
Yep.
If you produce electronics, for instance, if you produce a phone in Shenzhen, your chips are probably coming from Taiwan, your
Yeah.
lens probably coming from Japan. So how you can ensure all the supply chain for the raw materials, for the components? So
Yep.
it's very hard. So when we are in this industry, we are here to ensure you that you are getting the best quality here
Exactly.
from 0 to 10.
Exactly. So I would just name one example of, for example, motorbikes or any cars or whatever. One factory cannot produce all parts and assemble it in one car or one bike.
Exactly.
They have suspension they order from another factory. The brakes they order from that factory. Tires they have from another factory, and then usually those tires are better or worse quality. For why all the people who buy motorbikes, they change their stock exhaust for aftermarket exhaust, because the factory that's producing this exhaust doesn't have a better deal than that you can find from Yoshimura or Akrapovic, of course, or SC Project or whatever kind of exhaust you like. So you will of course go for the aftermarket exhaust that is not factory stock exhaust, and that's exactly what we are doing here. What we are doing, they have, for example, I'm just giving an example here. You're ordering knives, and you have steel part, and you have wooden part or plastic part.
The handle and the main
The
sharpness
handle,
blade.
exactly.
So there is two parts.
So if that factory it has its own supply of wood or its own supply of plastic, but we have a chain of other suppliers of wood and plastic, which can be better quality in the same price that you can get. So that's called controlling your order and your components of your order, of your item, of the product that you're buying. So if you can assemble yourself piece by piece, it's gonna get a lot cheaper for you and the better quality. So that part is very tricky. It's not easy to do when you're overseas, when you're not on the ground in China, and especially if you don't have, even if you're on the ground, it cannot help you much if you don't have the chain of suppliers like we do. But that comes with experience and good relationships that we've made through all these years. So it's not
Exactly.
it's not something that comes overnight. And whatever product that you need, you should look for chain of suppliers for this product. Now, just let me finish my thought. Many companies are actually trading companies. They're not even assembling the product. They are just buying already finished product and selling it to you. That's why it's very tricky to place an order from China, because it's consistent of many parts. It's like a puzzle that you need to go piece by piece. Or as you play chess, if you play chess, you need to plan your order carefully and do it step by step. Don't go exactly for the first manufacturer finished product. I'm making an order, placing an order, and that's it. If you don't want to lose your money, if you don't want to lose your quality, don't listen to me. Take my advice. Don't do it that way. There are much better ways. That if you have people on the ground, we are like your agents or your spies, or call it whatever, that can ensure you the best quality from every component that you require for your product.
Yeah, so here most people order from outside China. They normally come through a factory or so-called trading company. You probably can't understand that you are buying from a trading company, because everyone has the videos, everyone has the same profile and license and stuff.
Yep.
So you can't understand. You really buy
very
from
difficult.
It's very difficult to justify that you are buying from the manufacturer.
Yeah.
Secondly, even if you are buying from manufacturer,
Yeah.
probably you are coming through some like kind of middleman. So we are here. We are not middlemen.
That's what we need to make clear right now.
Yeah, we are not middleman. We are just we are not working for commissions.
No.
What we gonna give you, that is like our efforts, best 100% efforts. But yes, for our service, that will probably increase the cost of your purchase. But you will get the, trust
It
me,
will
you
not
will
at
get
the
the
end.
best quality.
The point is, yeah, it will on the paper when you think about it, yeah, it will increase your cost. But in reality, if you really do the counting on your paper or in your head or whatever, it will not. It's not going to increase anything, because if we are assembling your product component by component from factory from supplier to supplier, for sure we're going to get better deals for these components and better quality. And at the end, the price that you are ordering from your manufacturer or supplier or trading company, that it's gonna come.
Yeah, Mr.
pretty
Alex.
much the
So
same.
we are in the field like last 7 years, more than 7 years.
More than 7.
We have
8.
so many business friends doing business outside China, overseas. So we hear the experience. Probably you are familiar with that. People buy product from China, buy bulk, and then they find like 10% or 5% are really wasted, like junk.
No,
You'll be
that's
surprised. It can
if
be
you're
more.
lucky. No. If you're lucky, you will find 5%.
5%.
If you're super lucky, but that's to be honest, I've never encountered that kind of inspection.
And do you think if your order is
So-
like $100,000 value, you are losing 5,000 or 10,000 bucks?
No, you're
from the
losing
order?
much more. Usually,
You are
if
using
you're-
much more, because in China, they have so many ways to cut down your price. They have so many ways to
You
drop
have
down
no
the
idea.
quality. And they can drop the quality, for instance, in the material, for
Yes.
instance, in the everything.
Yes.
Everything. They have
Yes.
every step to drop the quality
Just-
if someone is not, do overcheck
Exactly.
and do the inspection. It's really important.
It's important to have not just the quality, the regular quality control that you encounter on the internet or Amazon. You have it on Amazon services or even on Alibaba or whatever. You can find these quality control inspections, but usually there are one-time inspectors that they go back home. That's it. They just go when the product is ready for shipping. They just go check a couple of items. So let's say usually it's being checked like 2% of your whole order, or usually even less, maximum 2%.
And another thing, and some people might be like ordering, they first of all they order one sample from China. They think, okay, let's get a sample. Probably it costs you 100 or 200 bucks to get a sample.
Yeah.
But remember, when they pick a sample for you, they will pick the best. They will check. They will do the quality
Yeah.
check, but not your bulk order. When they send a sample, a piece of sample to you, to your place,
Trust me,
they will pick the best and they will test it many times before sending it to customer hands.
Yep.
But
And-
when you go for the bulk order, you are ordering like 100,000 pieces. Jesus, they don't even have that much time to check.
They don't
Random
have-
check also, they don't have much
No,
time.
no. You
And
cannot.
it's not about time also. Everyone wanna make money in this industry, So
What
if they
do-
can drop down the quality 5
They-
or 10%, so they can
Yes.
make 5-10% extra.
Yes.
They have the profit, but it's hard to say that who are honest and who are dishonest.
Yes, and sometimes there are problems with some products. Some items cannot be seen that the quality has dropped significantly. Sometimes you cannot even see it, and it turns out after a few months or your customer is using your product, and then he turns on back to you and starts complaining about the rusty steel or the damaged wood or whatever problem there might be, and then you are getting more and more of these kind of comments. I'm talking about it because I know, because we know people who had this kind of problem, and then they
Of
turn
course,
back
we
to
are in
us.
this industry for such a long time.
And then they turn back
many
to us
friends,
like,
yeah.
yo, can you inspect like what is wrong with this? With this wood, what is wrong with just recently, a couple of months ago, there was a problem with the steel of the spatulas. There was a problem that first order went smooth. It was pretty nice. The quality was okay. The second order, they dropped the quality of steel. They changed the supplier of steel probably, or they ordered the lower quality of steel, and then they expected. That's the way Chinese people think, that once the first order went through, every other order is going to go smoothly, and they can drop the quality a little bit, and the inspector of your goods is going to be like, okay, yeah, it's going to be fine, but there was a small difference in the thickness of the steel that is very difficult to
You can't
notice.
see it in your bare eyes.
Yeah, it's very difficult to notice. It's basically 0.01 millimeter, and
Take a pose. Let it pass over. Yeah, we can cut this.
yeah,
All right.
and it was like literally 0.01 millimeter of thickness difference, which
Okay, cut.
Jesus. Yeah, I mean, what can we do? We cannot do anything about it. So that difference made us suspicious to think, and we asked the manufacturer, what did they do with the steel this time? Did they change the thickness? Did they change the supplier? Did they drop the quality? They said, no, it's the same steel, same everything.
They will say same, otherwise how they can ship it?
And
How they can load it to the container?
And then we did what we did. We didn't tell our client about it that day, because that was the first stage of inspection. So they only assembled, they only processed the spatula part, the steel part, So we took samples, two samples to our home, and we put it in the water and waited 5 days to see if it's gonna get rusty. And not only it got rusty, it got easily bendable.
Yeah.
It was like, no, it was just something that it was significantly lower quality.
So that's the job we can do after production.
Yes.
I mean, usually you can do it like get a sample before you pay them.
Exactly.
But what if it happens after you pay them?
Exactly.
Because
and
before
then,
you pay them,
Yes.
they probably buy the material from some other supplier.
that's
But
what,
when you pay after a couple of months,
that's it. That's
the
it's over.
scenery is different.
It's over because they
It's
cannot
over.
change their supplier of the
And you
steel.
already paid it.
And you already paid, and your basically whole order is dropped. And what the client at that moment, he was okay. Well, he didn't know what to do, and he said, "Okay, I will accept this kind of steel," because he had no choice.
No choice, and this kind of scenario can kill your business. It can kill you, yeah.
Yeah, that was really difficult. And then we had to look for another supplier of steel, and even the another manufacturer, and it was very complicated for the next order. And his sales dropped as well because of that poor quality. He had bad comments, and don't let this kind of thing happen to you before you place an order. As I said before, you're playing chess. Plan your moves. First of all, you find your product. You say, okay, what is material used for this product? What kind of materials, and where can I find those materials? Okay, I cannot find those materials, but I can find someone who can find those materials, right? Then you say, okay, I need specifications for plastic, specifications for steel, specifications for wood, specifications for any material.
So to go that much deeper, sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah.
You need some connection on the ground in China. If you already have it, that's good. But we can be your good connection, and we can really cooperate.
Exactly.
I mean, we are happy to be your good connection.
That's why you place the requirements of your material and type of material and subtype of material, and you can go as deep as you want. That doesn't matter. We go to you with offers for each part. We come to you because we can go directly there and inspect the quality of the material. So before you even place an order, you already know what you're ordering. And once you place an order, you place it separately. So you buy steel from here, you buy wood from there, you buy this from here and there. And then even if one of these orders drop, your whole order is not done. You still have chance to recover. Even in the worst case, if something goes wrong with one part, there's always chance to recover. But if you assemble everything already and you already pay for the final product, then it's very difficult to recover.
Let's talk about our quality inspection process when
Yeah.
we do it.
Yeah.
How it can recover, how it can restore. Because it's not only one step process. Like we do it when okay, your goods is ready for shipment. Can you come to check? No, because that is the last day. You probably already booked the container. Your vessel probably will depart after 2 days.
Yeah.
You can't undo anything. So what do we do?
That's useless inspection.
We have like how many steps we have to
4 steps, and those are 4 main steps. So
yeah, we will take the action right after you pay to the factory. I mean, you don't have to pay us. Right after you pay to factory, you just inform us, okay, we paid to factory. Can you look after our my order?
Yep.
So we can start action that day you paid. We can go to the factory and look for where they are buying the materials, where they are buying their other components, probably the packaging. It's not only every product they need packaging. Probably packagings, the factory producing the product, the packaging coming from outside.
Yep.
So probably the box thickness, everything matters.
Mm-hmm.
If the packaging factory cheating you with the quality, it gets poor or weak, then your product will not sell.
Yep.
You know how important is package, everyone knows. So we can look after every single step. I mean, we will not take action before the shipment, we will take action after you pay, before the product, uh, before they go for production.
Yeah, the first step of production, the first part, the second part, the third part, depends on which kind of product you ordered, and that's where when we can get. That's how we can control your order that you make by yourself, and we are here to help you to handle your order. So you are playing your puzzles yourself. You don't need us to play any puzzles, but you just need us as supervisors of your order, complete order. But the point is, as Abdullah here just said, don't. Yeah, we had so many times calling us, hey, can you go tomorrow for inspection? And we are okay, we can go, and but not tomorrow. We can go after the day after tomorrow. And they say, no, the day after tomorrow is shipping. And then we are like, okay, but what's the point of inspection then? You understand?
That
There
time
is
it's
no
like
point.
rush. It's like rush.
Sorry, but
And probably you already paid to shipping company, or you already booked the shipping date, and it's really like,
it doesn't make any sense. Seriously, it's like, yeah, we can dump the bad quality products. Any kind of damage, we'll just dump it. But
there is two problems. The dumping, you need to check one by one. The random box checking, probably you can find some, but
one by
that
one,
way you are losing. Also, you are losing. I mean, both the way.
Exactly.
The container, the space will be empty.
Exactly. And if you
like-
want to check each piece that day, the last day, you need probably to hire 100 people.
It's not possible to check one by
Yeah.
one. One by one QC, no one does.
No,
what I
it's
know
not.
in the industry.
No. It's not done. It's never done. So that's why it's important.
That's why we need to look after it from the day one.
Yep.
From the day one, when they're buying materials, when they're starting production, we look after the production as well. We check the quality during the production,
During
not
the
like
production.
after production. After production, nothing much you can do, but take out few
Yes.
like damaged or like
Yes.
unqualified stuffs units, and then throw. No, that way you are losing also your shipping, because you already booked a container and you have no choice but taking less quantity.
Yep. That's why what is our advice here is, if we can control the whole order, so that we can find the best materials and the best price for each material, that would be the best, because in that case there's no room for mistakes. Now, because there's another thing, and when we are here, we are in China. We are foreigners. We are in China, right? But we have a company, and in that case, it's dealing with Chinese is much easier.
I mean, to be honest, we are not saying anyone. Okay, we don't want to make anyone's face bad, but as a foreigner, it's totally different. Their mind and mentality here in China, it's totally different.
Yes.
Probably you have a trusty connections, but seriously, I have friends, a bunch of friends doing business. No one actually can rely on some agency belongs to Chinese, because it is the same way.
It's not easy. It's,
Better you go directly to the factory, and whatever you get, and that's up to your luck.
Exactly. Because and here it's for them, they don't look to.
You need someone who speak to you. You need someone who you understand.
Who comes there, has tea with Laoban and has a nice chat with him, has a good relationship with him, and goes for dinners, these big huge dinners. So yeah, that's the point where you get into it, when you get into this kind of network where you are surrounded by suppliers and you have experience dealing with them, and you know what they want from you, and you know how they think, and in that case you just become like a fox, and you just or you can call it a shark in the ocean, and you're just swimming there, But when you're not there, then I'm telling you, the mindset here is foreigners are stupid, and we can cheat on them. That's the mindset. In general,
They have a cult. I tell you, it's like we shouldn't say like that way.
but it's we should.
There is a culture they call, if there is a chance to cheat, you do it.
Mhm.
If you don't do it, you are stupid. I mean, it's a culture.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
yeah.
And that's why it. And if you're not on the ground and you're trying to control your order from the internet, like okay, I like your product. Okay, can you send me a sample? Oh, this sample is good. Okay, I will order 10,000, 20,000 pieces of this. It's trust me, for them that is like a jackpot. They are like, okay, come here, fish, let me eat you. That's how they think. I'm not kidding. That's, trust me, it's
Every possible
They
way
love
they
it.
will try to make the money.
they love it. They love it.
I
They
mean,
love
I
it.
don't say that no, everyone doing business for money, but that's not that greedy way. That
I'm telling you, what are Chinese manufacturers most scared of? You can ask, if you have some Chinese friends who are producing stuff, you can ask what are they scared of most. I tell you, quality inspection, and not any kind of quality inspection. That's also a big point. The real quality inspection that is not checking your final product, but the people, the company that's controlling the whole order, who is calling them all the time and asking, okay, did you order this material from that factory? What time is it coming? Did you go to that mine to check on if they mine enough iron ore? Did you do this? Did you do that? When you have someone on the ground who is going around all the time and putting pressure on the Chinese manufacturer, they are they have no room to roam, to feel themselves, where they
Yeah,
can
exactly.
say, okay, we can do whatever, doesn't matter this, we can just do whatever. When they feel this kind of pressure, that the inspector is all the time there and he is actually taking care of the client's order, then they have no room. They gotta play by the
because
rules.
there is an extra protection layer, so they
Exactly.
can't break it.
Exactly.
They can't break it to make more money
They can't.
and
They
you-
can't. And I tell you,
end
one
of the
more-
day you get bad products.
the law in China is very strict about this stuff, and we are here. We have a company here, and they cannot do anything because we are a Chinese company, and that's why they have a need. When they have Chinese foreigners going after them, it's very difficult. But if you are not in China and you're a foreigner from outside, they can do whatever they want because they're not subjected to any kind of laws or any
Yeah,
kind
but
of
the
rules.
agreement, you can make an agreement with them, but a overseas company and a Chinese local company agreement is really weaker. You can't take any actions. I mean, not by the law. Not by the law. I was deceived a few years ago. I was deceived with the, not with the money, with the quality.
Yeah, what
After I
happened?
purchased, and I tried to go through the law. I tried to go through the court, and nothing much I could do because that time I was just an overseas company. What action I can take? But
Yeah.
when you have agreement between a Chinese local company, what we are a Chinese local company based here, and they have agreement with the local company,
Yep.
that makes them scared
Yep.
because we have our own lawyer.
Yep.
We can take action immediately,
Legal action.
and then they need to refund the money.
Not only that, they pay
The whole
huge
order
fines.
money they need to refund.
They pay fines. They get into real trouble. Sometimes
They
if-
don't care to cheat the overseas money or overseas
Yep.
company. And this kind of agreement, like buyer and seller agreement, when it makes, I mean, between a overseas company, a local company, no, it doesn't give that much protection.
There's no protection there. It's just
You can't go to the international court to, you know,
exactly. You're not protected at all. Your order is not taken care of. It's just in the hands of Chinese manufacturer. No matter how good relationship you have with them, if you are not there sooner or later they're gonna drop the quality. They will tell you, they will send a message, dear, sorry, but you know the price of raw materials just went up in China, so we need to raise the price. And then that's in best case. Or they will just keep quiet and drop the quality and keep the price. There's so many ways they can do that, and the way they drop the quality is pretty much unnoticeable on many products. That's why they're, you know, as everyone knows, right, there's so many copy things from China that you cannot even tell the difference. I'm telling you, here you can buy things that look and feel as originals, but they're not original.
You
And
can't distinguish the
it's so
one and the other.
difficult to
It's really
distinguish.
hard. It's really hard.
So you need to use the product for some time, and then you will see
The main difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some products, yes, you can see, and some quality. There are also good quality and bad quality. So, but yeah, it's in general it's very difficult to distinguish the difference.
All right. I think our video is getting longer. So,
Yeah, we don't want to talk
yeah.
too long. And
Thanks for watching, and
Yeah.
hope to see you in another episode. And
Yeah.
keep in touch and stay healthy, stay safe.
stay safe, guys. See you
All
later.
right. See ya.